Pre-employment test is a timed assessment that measures a candidate's problem-solving, logical reasoning, and learning ability to help employers predict job performance. Pre-employment assessment test is used to measure a candidate's ability to think critically, solve problems, and learn new information quickly. Employers use the results of the test to predict how well someone might perform in roles that require reasoning, adaptability, and decision-making. Here are the main types of questions you see on the test. Logical reasoning, where questions test your ability to spot patterns, make decisions, and evaluate arguments. Puzzles, where questions challenge your problem-solving skills with visual or logical brain teasers. Number sequences, where questions measure how well you recognize numerical patterns and predict what comes next. And last but not least, the word questions, where questions assess your vocabulary, understanding of word relationships, and verbal logic. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vadim Michalenko. I hold an MBA and master's degree in computer science. I have worked in information technology field for over 20 years, and I've spent more than 15 years teaching people how to succeed in their careers. I created online training for everyone and the website howtoanalyzedata.net to help people like you pass interviews and assessment tests and get you hired for your dream jobs. In this video, I'll walk you through the most common types of questions you might see on pre-employment test. I will also share with you answers, solutions, and explanation, as well as tips to improve your chances of passing the test. The questions are shown in random order, so I recommend watching the whole video to practice and learn as much as possible. Many people have passed their tests after watching videos like this, and I hope it helps you too. Before we start, click the subscribe button to continue learning about the latest questions, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. I reply to every message I get. And now, let's go ahead and get started. Persistence you need to get solution here isn't just to solve this question. It's building the kind of sharp thinking that lasts a lifetime. You're presented with the Octagon, where one number is missing. The numbers that are present are 92, 64, 71, 85, 7, 2, 6, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A1, B2, C3, or D5. Remember, we're here to help you build your skills. To accomplish this, you'll need to tackle this challenge on your own. And just like on the real test, I'll set a timer. Be sure to lock in your answer before time's up. And once you're done, we'll break down the solution step by step together. Let's dive in. Time's up, so let's jump in. The key to solving these puzzles is spotting the hidden pattern. It may not jump out at you right away. Some of them are pretty sneaky. But believe me, if you look closely, you will start to see it. Let's walk through this step by step. Take a close look at the numbers starting at 8 o'clock. You have 2-digit numbers: 92, 64, 71, 85, and then there's a switch. Starting at 1 o'clock, all the numbers are single digits. And this is the key for us to detect the pattern. Take a close look at the number at 8 o'clock. It's 92. 9 minus 2 equals what? And we see number 7 at 1 o'clock, which means that the pattern here is that starting from 1 o'clock position and moving clockwise, each number in the octagon is found by subtracting digits of the number directly opposite it. Let's verify that this pattern continues after 1 o'clock position. 6 minus 4 equals 2, which is exactly the number at the 3 o'clock position. 7 minus 1 equals 6. And guess what time it is now? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 8 minus 5 equals 3. And the correct answer here is choice C, 3. But hold on! Are you ready to put your skills to the test? Give this question a shot and see how you will stack up. You're presented with the Octagon. Starting at 8 o'clock position, the numbers in the Octagon are 32, 46, 75, 25, 5, 10, 12, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A4, B7, C9, or D14. Once you've locked in your answer, drop it in comments, and I will be there with the feedback. Have fun with this question, and good luck. You're presented with 3 cool-looking shapes. Each shape, let's call it a rough diamond, has 5 numbers inside. The first shape has numbers 28, 23, 13, 67, and then number 49 in the middle. The second shape has numbers 77, 6, 14, 93, and then number 8 in the middle. And then comes the third shape, third rough diamond. It has numbers 34, 41, 10, 45. And then comes the missing number, which you can actually calculate. And once calculated, you can select it out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 44. Choice B, 42. Choice C, 60. And last but not least, choice D, 38. Here's a hint to boost your confidence and help you achieve mastery. Take a close look at the numbers in the first diamond, our rough diamond. First of all, we have 5 numbers. And it's easy to understand that 4 numbers are being used to calculate the 5th number. It is probably a safe assumption to make that the numbers around middle number calculate the actual middle number. Now, if we continue our logical thinking process, you might assume that the numbers on the top 28 and number 13 at the bottom will be used in some sort of calculation, maybe addition. And then horizontally located numbers 67 and 23 could possibly also be used in the calculations, right? Maybe also addition. And then there are results of those additions, and maybe there is something you need to do with those results. How does that sound? I know you've got it now. Take a little time and solve this question on your own to find the answer. And remember, it's perfectly okay to pause this video and think about the problem on your own. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? Remember the hint I gave you? With that hint, you could probably determine the pattern. And the pattern here is that the numbers on the opposite sides are added, and then 2 results are subtracted. Let's look at the example. 28 plus 13 equals 41, and 67 plus 23 equals 90. 90 minus 41 equals 49, and that's exactly the number in the middle. Let's look at the second rough diamond and validate our pattern. 77 plus 14 equals 91. 93 plus 6 equals 99. 99 minus 91 equals 8. And now is this moment that you've been waiting for. Now it's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 34 plus 10 equals 44. 45 plus 41 equals 86. And 86 minus 44 equals 42. So the correct answer here is choice B, 42. In this question, you're presented with the statement, lion is to pride as fish is to, and your answer needs to be selected as one out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, pack, choice B, school, choice C, colony, and choice D, pod. Take a moment to fully understand the question and carefully choose your answer. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect to review it together. Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is really simple. To better understand the correct answer, let's first understand why other choices are incorrect. Choice A, pack, is incorrect because it refers to a group of wolves. Choice C, colony, is incorrect because it refers to the group of ants. And choice D, pod, is incorrect because it refers to the group of whales or dolphins. Which leaves us with school. School of fish is correct because just like a pride as a group of lions, a school is a group of fish. And the logical connection here is based on the group names for the animals. What's interesting here is that fish form schools primarily as a defense mechanism. The large number of them confuses predators, making it difficult for them to single out a target. A school of fish moves in a highly coordinated manner, creating the illusion of a single larger organism. This synchronized swimming helps in evading predators and conserving energy. Another cool fact is that fish in school communicate through visual signals and water vibrations, enabling them to change direction almost instantaneously. So the correct statement here is lion is to pride as fish is to school. And the correct answer here is choice B, school. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with the statement, tree is to forest as bird is to, and your answer needs to be selected as one out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, nest, choice B, flock, choice C, hive, and choice D, den. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving the school problem. If developing sharper analytical skills and learning resilience on your way to success is your goal, which I'm pretty sure it is, this question could challenge you to take yourself to the next level. You're presented with 3 human-like looking shapes. Each shape has 5 circles inside, and each circle has a number inside. The first shape has numbers 9, 3, 4, 5, and 12. The second shape has numbers 14, 7 and 3, 11 and 21. The third shape has numbers 16, 8 and 3, 24, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 13, choice B, 14, choice C, 15, and last but not least, choice D, 16. Still struggling? Well, let me give you a hint. Take a close look at the first shape. Take a look at the numbers 9, 3, and 12. What is in common in these numbers? Which math operation would you use to get from 9 using 3 to 12? Always remember that it's perfectly okay to pause this video and reflect on the problem when you look for patterns. The most important things you can do as a learner is to answer how and why questions, which will help you to get to the next level. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Remember the hint I gave you? I hope you figured out that 9 plus 3 equals 12. To help us understand the pattern here, let's assign letters to each circle so I can easily communicate it to you. Let's assign letters A, B, C, D, and E. And A is the starting number. As you can see it's in the bigger circle and it has the darker background. So A plus E equals C, C divided by E equals B, and A minus B calculates D. Let's look at the example for the calculations. 9 plus 3 equals 12. 12 divided by 3 equals 4, and 9 minus 4 equals 5. Let's confirm the pattern with the second shape. 14 plus 7 equals 21. 21 divided by 7 equals 3, and 14 minus 3 equals 11. And now is the moment of truth. Now is the time to calculate the missing number. 16 plus 8 equals 24. 24 divided by 8 equals 3, and 16 minus 3 equals 13. So the correct answer here is choice A, 13. What is the most important thing you can find in the corporate world? Nope, it's not the coffee machine, it's annual goals. And the perfect word to describe them is exactly the one you need to guess. Because in this question, you are presented with 5 letters. You need to rearrange and guess the word. And here's the caveat. You only can use each letter once. So it's time to put your detective hat on, because we are hunting down the holy grail of corporate happiness. And here's the hint for you. It's not an extra PTO paid time off day. Sorry, just the 3 letters there. And make sure to take your time with this particular question. Or just keep rearranging the letters until it starts making sense. Or maybe it never does. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? The answer is bonus. It is spelled B-O-N-U-S. And here's the pro tip for you. If you're trying to figure out this question in the office, make sure to shout it out loud, because bonus is one word that can grab everyone's attention faster than unexpected Friday off. And now it's your turn. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see if you are ready for the corporate world. You are presented with 5 letters, T, D, U, I, and A. You need to guess a word, and you need to use each letter only once. And here's the hint for you. When you hear this word in the office, the correct response is a gasp, followed by a suspicious glance at the accounting department. Trust me, it's an instinct. Need more help? Here you go. This word has the power to make even the bravest of corporate warriors break out in a cold sweat. But don't worry, as long as you can spell it correctly, you're probably not in trouble yet. Here's what we're gonna do. Once you've determined your answer, post it in comments and I'll give you my feedback. Good luck with this intriguing challenge. Solving this question is like assembling IKEA furniture. Confusing at first, but with a bit of patience, you will have something solid in the end. Just keep screwing in those answers piece by piece. You're presented with 3 cool-looking shapes. Each shape has 4 numbers inside the water drops, or map pointers, depending how you want to look at it. The first shape has numbers 3, 8, 15, and 24. The second shape has numbers 7, 12, 19, and 28. And then the last shape has numbers 15, 22, 31, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 9, choice C, 10, and last but not least, choice D, 11. Just like on the real test, why don't you take the time to think about it, eliminate incorrect answer, and review your final answer. Then we will reconnect on the other side so I can explain the solution. As you might have guessed correctly, numbers in a shape represent the sequence. Let's look closely at the first shape. The sequence starts at 11 o'clock with number 3. Then it goes around the clock, 3, 8, 15, and 24. And the pattern in this particular sequence involves adding consecutive increasing odd numbers like 5, 7, and 9. Let's look at the example to better understand it. We start with the number 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8. To calculate the next number, instead of 5, we now need to add 7. 8 plus 7 equals 15. And then for the third calculation, we need to use number 9. 15 plus 9 equals 24. Let's confirm our calculations with the second shape. 7 plus 5 equals 12. 12 plus 7 equals 19. And 19 plus 9 equals 28. Now it's time to look closely at the third shape. As you can see, the starting number is missing. So for calculations, instead of addition, we should use subtraction. 15 minus 5 equals 10. So the correct answer here is choice C, 10. But wait, there is more. Now you know how to solve these types of problems, let's make sure you can practice your skills. I have a brand new question for you which is very similar, but on the other hand is a little different. You're presented with the same set of shapes. The numbers in the shapes are 2, 8, 16, and 26. In the second shape the numbers are 5, 11, 19, and 29. And in the third shape the numbers are 15, 23, 33, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 9, choice C, 10, and last but not least, choice D, 11. Please take as much time as you need to solve this question and reinforce your learning. And when you're done solving it, make sure to post your answer in comments so I can give you my feedback. I can guarantee that when you solve this question on your own, or at least try to come as close to the answer as possible, you will significantly improve your intelligence, improve your IQ, and will take your skills to the next level. You're presented with the magic 4x4 square. The 16 numbers in the square are 13, 10, 14, 16, 8, 7, 12, 11, 9, 10, 13, 12, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You need to start anywhere and connect 3 numbers on the path. And your goal is to determine what is the highest sum of 3 numbers. Are you still confused? Well, let me show you how to do it. 5 plus 6 plus 7, that's one path. 5 plus 10 plus 12 is another diagonal path. And 5 plus 9 plus 8 is another path. Which path do you think has the highest sum of 3 numbers? Here's the deal. You need to engage your brain. Don't give up already. I know it's tempting to just rewind the video and look up the answer right away. A lot of viewers are doing just that, believe me. I looked up at YouTube Analytics report. But I do know you are special and you are not going to do it. You will do the best attempt to try to solve this challenge on your own. So if you haven't started, just get ready, set, and go. Solve it on your own. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Remember, the key is not to give up and keep trying regularly. Make it a habit and priority to improve your cognitive skills every day. Come here on YouTube and watch more and more videos, and this will definitely help you with everything in your life. And guess what? For this question, it's not that difficult to solve it. For these types of questions, for the maximum sums, you should consider the path that includes the highest number. And the highest number here is 16. It's in the upper right corner. So let's look at both paths that include number 16. 16 plus 12 equals 40. And 10 plus 14 plus 16, well, also equals 40. I guess there is a competition here. We only need one answer, by the way. Do you see any other path? Well, guess what? There is another path. There is always an alternative. 16 plus 12 plus 13 equals 41. So the correct answer here is choice 41. Here's a very cool problem which is designed to boost your cognitive skills. You're presented with 5 numbers, 2, 4, 8, 12, and 16. And you need to determine which number doesn't belong. To help you give it your best effort, let's set a goal. Your goal is to fully understand the question and lock in your answer before time runs out. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is very, very simple. You typically solve these types of problems in 2 steps. In step number 1, you look for patterns in the numbers. And in step 2, you identify the number which breaks the pattern. Let's first examine the sequence for common mathematical patterns. What are those? Multiplication, consistent increases, or powers. If we think it's multiplication, we need to multiply it by 2. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. So far, so good, right? But it breaks here. 8 multiplied by 2 would be 16. Which might be a solution since number 12 doesn't belong, right? And the correct answer would be choice D. But I thought of this a little differently. I thought of it as powers of 2. 2 in power of 1 equal 2, which is the first number. 2 in power of 2 is 4. 2 in power of 3 is 8. And 2 in power of 4 is 16. Which also leads us to the answer that choice D is the odd one. So the correct answer here is choice D, 12. John Milton once said, "It's the mind that makes the man." And our minds are infinite. You're presented with amazingly cool looking shape, which has number in the middle and numbers on the outside. The numbers are 2 in the middle, then starting at 6 o'clock, 2, 4, 6, 10, 1, 4, 9, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 16, choice B, 18, choice C, 23, and last but not least, choice D, 25. Are you ready to present your answer? Let's take the next step and see where it leads us. You might be amazed on how straightforward the solution can be. Imagine that this shape has a clock behind it. The numbers between 6 and 11 o'clock are used to calculate the numbers between 12 and 5 o'clock. To find the numbers on the right, divide the number on the left by the number in the middle and then square the result. Let's look at the example to see how it's actually done, and we'll be starting at 6 o'clock. 2 divided by 2 squared equals 1. Moving on to the next number at 8 o'clock. 4 divided by 2 squared equals 4. 6 divided by 2 squared equals 3 squared and equals 9. And now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 10 divided by 2 squared equals 25. So the correct answer here is choice D, 25. As you might already know, C.J. Lewis, famously known for his amazing bestseller Alice in Wonderland, once wisely noted, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." Same is true with you, setting a goal of finding the best possible job for you and doing everything in your power to get there, including solving this tricky question. You're presented with an expression: 16 minus 4 divided by 1/4 plus 1 equals the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 16, choice B, 1, choice C, 13.75, and last but not least, choice D, 0. Feeling challenged? Well, that's completely normal. This was my first feeling when I saw this question. But remember, sometimes the simplest solution is the most effective. Let's approach this with fresh eyes and innovative thinking. Are you ready with your answer? Let's jump right in and compare them. This question is tricky in 2 dimensions. The first, you need to understand which operations to do first. For that, you need to understand the PEMDAS. Remember parentheses, exponents, multiplications, divisions, additions, and subtractions. This order tells us that we need to do the division first. I put parentheses around 4 divided by 1/4. Now, the second tricky part of this question is what 4 divided by 1/4 is. And the result here is equal 4 multiplied by 4 and equals 16. Now we can easily solve the original expression. The result will be calculated as 16 minus 16, result of this division operation, plus 1, and would be equal to 1. So the correct answer here is choice B, 1. You're presented with amazingly cool looking Pentagon. It has number 2 in the middle, and on the outside it has numbers 1, 3, 6, 10, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 14, choice B, 15, choice C, 16, and choice D, 17. Here's what we're gonna do. Review this question carefully, just like you would in the real test. Make sure you choose your answer before time runs out. And when you're done and your answer is ready, I will walk you through the solution and we'll compare our choices. Let's begin. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the pattern here cannot be any easier. Calculations begin with number 1 at 1 o'clock. To find the next outer number, add the initial outer number, which is 1, to the middle number, which is 2, and then to an increment. For the first calculations, the increment starts at 0 and then increases by 1 with each step. Let's look at the example. 1 plus 2 plus 0, which is the increment, equals 3, which is the next number. 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is the next increment, equals 6. 6 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. And you know what time it is? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 10 plus 2 plus 3 equals 15. So the correct answer here is choice B, 15. Are you excited for more? Especially now as you know how to solve these types of challenges. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with amazingly cool looking Pentagon. It has number 3 in the middle, and on the outside it has numbers 2, 6, 11, 17, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 21, choice B, 22, choice C, 23, and choice D, 24. Once you've calculated your answer, share it in comments and I'll give you my feedback. Have fun with this intriguing challenge. With this question, the goal is for you to try to solve it on your own and get as close to the answer as possible, so you can take your cognitive skills to the next level. You're presented with 3 cool-looking circles. The first circle has number 36 inside and numbers 45, 37, 59, and 12 on the outside. The second circle has numbers 22, 43, 17, 11, and 23. The third circle has numbers 72, 27, 81, 39, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 39, choice B, 43, choice C, 57, and last but not least, choice D, 65. I truly hope that you stayed focused on the goal, and now we can compare the answers. And hopefully the hints I gave you were really helpful and revealed that the pattern here is that the middle number is calculated as the sum of individual digits of the numbers around the circle. I will show you one way of calculating it, but there is another way, and if you figure it out, make sure to post in comments. Post proudly and make sure to make it a reward for your accomplishments. But the logic I used here to calculate, I used the first digits first and then used the second digits for outside numbers. Let's look at the example. The numbers on the outside for the first circle are 12, 45, 37, and 59. Let's do the first numbers. 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5, and the sum of those numbers equals 13. Let's do the second digit. 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 equals 23. 13 plus 23 equals 36. Let's look at the second circle to confirm the pattern. 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8. 3 plus 7 plus 1 plus 3 equals 14. 8 plus 14 equals 22. And now is the magic time. Let's calculate the missing number. 7 plus 2 plus 8 plus 3 equals 20. 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 equals 19. 20 plus 19 equals 39. So the correct answer here is choice A, 39. But wait, there is more. As I mentioned, there is an alternative way to do calculations. Have you figured it out? Make sure to give yourself a reward by posting your answer in comments. In this question, you need to determine which task is AI least effective at. Take a moment to fully understand the question and carefully choose your answer as one out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, analyzing large data sets. Choice B, solving logic puzzles. Choice C, creative storytelling. And choice D, recommending products. Please make sure to have your answer ready before time is up. And once you're ready, we'll reconnect to review it together. And I'll share with you how you, as a future employee, can take full advantage of that. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is really simple. Let's look at incorrect choices first, and why they're incorrect. As you might have guessed correctly, AI is very effective at analyzing large data sets, because it can process and analyze massive amounts of data, typically quickly and accurately. It can identify patterns and extract insights that would be very difficult for humans to detect. Choice B is also incorrect, and here's why. AI excels at solving logic puzzles by using algorithms and advanced computational methods. And choice D is not the right answer either. AI is highly effective at recommending products by analyzing user behavior. This is why online shopping platforms are so effective at recommending you products to purchase. Which leaves us with choice C, creative storytelling. AI is not effective at creating storytelling because it lacks true human-like imagination and emotional depth. So always remember that you as a future employee can leverage your unique creativity and emotional depths to produce original, engaging stories that resonate on a personal level. Knowing this, you probably would benefit from knowing correct answer as well, which is choice C, creative storytelling. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. Which task is AI most challenged by? Your choices for the answers are choice A, translating languages, choice B, making strategic decisions, choice C, automating data entry, and choice D, recognizing objects in images. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments and I'll share with you my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. With this question, let's imagine you as a captain of the test-taking ship, and this challenge is the wave in the ocean. Steer through this question with confidence, and you will be clocking at the port of victory in no time. You're presented with phenomenally cool, symmetrically looking shapes. The sequence of shapes consists of objects 1, 2, and 3, and the fourth object is missing, and you need to select the right answer, the next item in the sequence, based on the 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take your time to carefully think through this navigation challenge, eliminate the wrong choices, and double-check your final answer. Ready, set, go. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the pattern in this question couldn't be any easier. To better understand the pattern, let's look at the shape structure. On the outside of the shape, we see a water drop-like looking object. The first shape also has the dark circle, small circle, and half circle. If you look closely, you see that small circle only appears in the first 2 shapes. In the third shape, we see the small square instead of small circle, which tells us, if we follow the pattern, that the small square will also appear in the target object, object 4. This helps us to eliminate choices A and B. But we still need to make the right call between choices C and D. Let's look at other patterns present here. Take a look at the dark circle inside the water drop shape. The dark circle size alternates in every other shape. In the first shape it's large, then it's smaller in the second shape, then it's large again in the third shape. Another interesting pattern here is that the water drop end pointer alternates between 1 o'clock position and 11 o'clock positions. It points at 1 o'clock in the first shape, then points at 11 o'clock in the second shape, then back again to the 1 o'clock, which means that in the target shape it should point to 11 o'clock. Well, this doesn't help us much because it points at 11 o'clock in both shapes C and D, which means that to solve this mystery we need to look at the half circle. If you look closely, you see that the half circle shape turns clockwise 90 degrees with every next shape in the sequence. The circular part of half circle points at 6 o'clock in the first shape, at 9 o'clock in the second shape, at 12 o'clock in the third shape, which means that it should point at 3 o'clock in the fourth target shape, which also helps us eliminate choice D and helps us conclude that the correct answer here is choice C. But wait, there's more. Here's a question for you to tackle. You're presented with the series of shapes. Shapes 1, 2, 3, and then comes the missing shape, which you need to determine by selecting your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. After you have determined your answer, post it in comments, and I'll provide you with my feedback. Best of luck with this exciting challenge. Leonardo da Vinci once noted, "The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding." To truly understand and innovate with this question, we must approach the problem with a creative mindset, finding joy in exploring new perspectives. You're presented with the cool-looking shape. It's a pyramid, consists of diamonds and circles. The first shape has numbers 3, 1, 2, 5, 7, and 10. The second shape has numbers 7, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 16. And then the third shape has numbers 5, 2, 3, 4, and then comes the set of 2 missing numbers, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 5 and 9, choice B, 7 and 12, choice C, 7 and 11, and last but not least, choice D, 6 and 12. Take a moment to rule out wrong answers, check your choice, and then we will reconnect. And once we do, you will be one step closer to mastering the joy of understanding. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? The pattern here is very simple. I tried to confuse you by starting my calculations with number 3. Let me know in comments if I was successful. But the actual calculations here are done from bottom to the top by adding the numbers. Let's look at the example. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 5 equals 7. And then to calculate the number on the top, we need to add 3 and 7, and the result is 10. Let's verify this pattern with the second shape. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And 7 plus 9 equals 16. And now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 4 equals 7. And that's the first missing number. And 5 plus 7 equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice B, 7 and 12. You would have to agree that when you're conquering this question, you're weaving a tapestry of triumph. Your knowledge and skills are the threads that create a beautiful picture of achievement. You're presented with 3 expressions. The third expression missing the result. The first expression is 23 multiplied by 32 equals 32. Second expression is 25 multiplied by 52 equals 50. And then the third expression is 27 multiplied by 72 equals, and then comes the missing number, which you need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 73. Choice B, 74. Choice C, 75. And last but not least, choice D, 76. Do you think it's a tricky question? Fear not, you're in a good company on this quest. Whether you're a seasoned problem solver or just starting out, I have confidence in your abilities. Pause for a moment, channel your inner creativity, and let's conquer this challenge side by side. Your solution is just around the corner. Are you prepared with your solution? I am curious to compare the notes. Let's move forward and share our answers. As you might have guessed, we are not dealing with traditional math expressions here. You need to think out of the box to solve it. Instead of using traditional math, you need to use different rules. The first number doesn't change, but you need to replace the multiplication sign with the plus sign. And in the second number, take the first digit into the power of the second digit. Let's look at the example. The first expression is 23 multiplied by 32. To calculate it correctly, you need to take 23 plus 3 in the power of 2, which would be equal 23 plus 9, and the result would be 32. Let's look at the second expression. 25 plus 5 in the power of 2 equals 25 plus 25 and equals 50. Let's do the math for the missing number. 27 plus 7 in power of 2 equals 27 plus 49 and equals 76. So the correct answer here is choice D, 76. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 5 numbers, 2, 3, 5, 9, and 11. And you need to determine which number doesn't belong. After you've selected your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.